BrightPay facilitates the import of employee information and, if applicable, mid-year totals to date using a full payment submission file. Using an FPS file created in your previous software is the quickest way to bring across your basic employee information. Please note, however, this import option will only bring across employee information that is required by HMRC in a full payment submission. Further manual entry may thus be required in each employee record for employee information that is not included on an FPS, for example, email addresses, bank details, annual leave entitlement, departmental allocation, etc. For a more comprehensive import option, please refer to our video tutorial on importing using a CSV file. BrightPay can import an FPS from any tax year. Therefore, care must be taken that the correct FPS file is being selected at the import stage. Should you wish to import employee information into BrightPay using an FPS file, first ensure that you know the location of where your FPS file can be found within your previous software, and that you have access to this. Some software packages may require you to save the FPS file first, while others may have already saved the FPS file automatically for you in a folder. FPS files are in XML format and may be given a name similar to fpsfile.xml. If you are unsure of where you can locate your FPS file, your previous software provider should be able to assist with this. Next, open BrightPay and select Create New Employer. At the prompt, select how you wish to use BrightPay. If you wish to import employee information at the start of the tax year, select Start at the beginning of the 16-17 tax year. This will ensure that no year-to-date amounts will be imported into BrightPay in the event you are using a previous year's FPS, for example. If you have already processed payroll in your previous software for the current tax year and wish to import year-to-date pay amounts as well as your employee information, select Continue partway in the tax year instead. Complete each screen accordingly with your relevant employer information. Once you have entered and saved your employer information, go to File, Import Export Data, and Import Employees from an FPS file. Browse the location of your FPS file, select it, and press Open. It is important to ensure that the FPS with the most recent modified date is chosen to ensure that the most up-to-date employee information and year-to-date amounts, if applicable, are imported. Employee information contained within the FPS selected will now be displayed on screen. Review your employee information to ensure that the correct FPS has been selected. Should you not wish to import an employee, simply untick their name. When ready, press OK to complete the import. Employees and their mid-year totals to date, if applicable, will now be imported into BrightPay. Following the import, further employee information can be manually entered within Employees if required. It is also recommended that all employee details are reviewed before processing any payroll to ensure information imported in is correct and applicable for the tax year in question. If you have migrated to BrightPay mid-year, any mid-year cumulative pay information imported in via your FPS file can also be viewed here in each employee's mid-year totals section. After reviewing your employee information, simply click the Payroll tab to commence processing payroll.